Welcome back
to the Small Space Podcast. My name is Trae.
My name is also Trae.
And welcome back. Welcome back.
Hi, how's it going, everybody?
Episode 6.
Episode 6. We did it.
Half a dozen.
We did it. 6 weeks is, that's kind of the go-to number.
Is it?
For analytics.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet. So we're almost there.
Yeah. We'll talk about ours in a minute.
Yeah.
I'll go over some stuff that I wanted to mention. But hey, you're here. If you're here, you found us. If you found us before and you're back, welcome back. If you're new, hi.
Hello. Welcome.
If you're new, my name is not Trae.
It is.
And the rest is a mission for you to figure out.
I want to move that so we can show off this.
Oh,
you guys
can't
see
block everything off.
This fancy ass logo here.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's not go too fast.
I want to.
Let's not go too fast.
This.
Well, hold on. Last time we were talking about stuff at the end that we were like, we need to talk about that at the beginning.
Were we?
And we should do that.
What was that?
Yeah.
I forgot.
So all the places that you can find us. We're on YouTube. We're on iTunes.
Oh, yeah.
We're on Google Play. We're on SoundCloud. You can do all that. You can subscribe to it. Do that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You can leave a review. Do that. That'd be also cool.
Yeah, then we can read them here.
We can read it here. What did we say we were going to do? Was that it?
Yeah, we said we'd read them on the show.
Yeah, we'll read it on the show.
But you have to do it for us to read it. So.
Yeah. And for those of you that definitely don't stay to the end of it, know that's something we would be interested in.
Why don't you stay to the end? Yeah.
Do what?
Why don't you stay to the end? Let me know. Something boring?
Also, why don't you stay to the end?
Fuck,
because we know you're not.
Yeah.
We have the intel.
Yeah. We know you're... Yeah, I know you're not here.
We know you're not here.
Come on now. You're not fooling nobody.
You're not fooling nobody. I feel like our lighting is very different this time.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Like, I mean, on camera it looks pretty much the same.
But I know. I definitely know why. I can tell you right now why.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it works.
It's not bad.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
I mean, it looks good over there, right? When you checked it?
Yeah, it looks fine.
Then yeah, we're good.
I didn't see my face because I was standing over there and not over here.
But you
saw mine.
Yeah, and you're whiter than me, so you'll show up better anyways.
For all the people that only listen to audio, this part doesn't matter to them in the slightest.
They're like, I don't give a shit. Actually talk about things that are not your fucking cameras.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll talk about things that are definitely not visual.
By the way,
so look at this new logo.
I decided to... I was like, I'm going to swear less. Fuck that. Nobody's watching this shit. It doesn't matter.
I was like, wow, oh no, I hit the crap out of that. I keep like apologizing, but it really doesn't show up that much. You have to like directly hit the microphone.
To us, it's like, oh, but to them, they're like, I heard nothing. You're freaking out over absolutely zero.
I feel like we are just absolutely demolishing their ear holes right now.
Oh well, people who know us are probably like, yeah, these guys are stupid.
Yeah. It is late.
It is late. We've both been up.
It's late.
All damn day.
It's earlier in the week. It's been kind of a crazy time.
And it's only been like 2 days.
And it's only been it's been a few days.
I meant since like the week started. Like
true. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like
this week has been crazy since Monday.
It's Monday. It's Tuesday.
Tuesday now. But it's Friday for you. Hey people.
Yeah.
Or after that, it might be next Tuesday for you. I don't know how early you listen to us.
This came out on whatever day you watched it.
Yeah. It might as well have.
Yeah, for them.
Sorry it's late.
Man.
Schedules are hard, man.
Life is weird. Things are difficult.
Yeah.
But they're getting easier.
They are getting easier, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
And we're making whatever we have work.
Yeah, it's working pretty damn well, I would say.
Yeah. So this logo.
I would say, speaking of things that look pretty damn well.
We talked about sleek and clean designs last week. And this week they got sleeker and cleaner.
Cleaner, much cleaner. So a friend of ours, a good friend of ours.
The only person that listens to this. So we're talking to you about you. How do you feel, Justin?
Justin's a cool dude.
A good friend of ours. A good friend of yours. I've never met him, right?
He's an awesome... No, you haven't met him. He's an awesome dude.
He's a good friend of mine, too.
He's super cool. But...
We're friends, Justin.
He's like the only person really that has consistently given us like feedback or something for the show, and it's been dope.
Like every episode, and he's got something.
And this beautifully sweet young man, this awesome, gracious young man, texts me out of the blue today, approximately 7 p.m., 7:30. He says, "Hey man, I made something for you," and I was like, "This could be literally anything on earth," and I was like, "I am so excited to see what is this," and we got this, and it is awesome. is beautiful and perfect, and it captures everything that I wanted for the logo. And yeah, it is just amazing.
Yes.
Like this, as soon as I got it, was our banner on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like, I like the last one. The last one looks great and everything, but it
wasn't quite there.
It wasn't quite there, and there was elements of it, an element of it that it was like, I mean, that could be applicable, but
we're not. Yeah.
So it still looks great. The old logo we had.
Another fun fact about this beautiful, amazing logo.
Yes.
He took that picture.
He took the picture. Oh, I misunderstood what you were saying when you texted me that earlier.
Yeah, he took this picture.
He took I was thinking you said he took the picture, like the background from the old one. Oh. And I was like, I don't remember that part in the the background.
He took that like with his camera and his eyeballs.
Wow.
And yeah.
So Justin, you win in like so many ways. We have fan art now.
Yeah, this is technical fan art.
Yeah.
And it's dope.
Only 6 weeks in, we got fan art. Thanks, Justin.
I really appreciate it, man.
A little shout out to you again. We've mentioned him for like the past 3 or 4 weeks.
We've talked about him a good bit, but he deserves it.
Yeah, he does deserve it. This is what happens if you're nice to us and you talk to us about things. We'll talk back.
Go
ask Justin. He knows. Isn't that right, Justin? Tell him.
Go subscribe to his channel. It's Gridor7, GRIDOR7. He actually has a really awesome video about Dead by Daylight that has a shit ton of views because it is so good. Legit.
Look at that shout out. You also get a shout out and all of our traffic going to you. All of our
You get 9 people.
You get 9 people going to you.
Spend them wisely.
Well, that's cool. Literally, my first note on here just says Justin. And it wasn't necessarily just Justin. Don't feel too special. But it was just like, the logo and everything that kind of surrounded it.
He is pretty damn special.
Also meaning like, hey, other people can talk to us too. It doesn't have to just be Justin. Not that I have anything against Justin talking to us.
I'm down with Justin talking to us.
Yeah. I want to talk some analytics real quick.
Dope. Let's do it.
6 weeks is kind of the mark for rating things. Yeah. So like the true analytics of our first episode 6 weeks ago would be kind of where we are. What we're seeing now,
right,
is our average or whatever you want to call it, the CPM. So via YouTube, we have over 100 views.
That's not bad
collectively. Not on that one video.
Yeah, but like
collectively, and almost 1,000 minutes of watch time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you want to know a really sad fact about watch time?
Shh. What's that? I like how it said shh, but keep talking.
In the newest YouTube ad revenue update policy thing, you have to have a minimum of 4,000 hours of watch time.
Wow.
So we have 1,000 minutes.
That is steep. Hours. It was. I used to know. I used to like technically be a partner, I guess.
Yeah. It's changed a lot.
I don't remember what it was. It was back in the day. But it definitely wasn't that much. I don't have that. I don't have that at all.
Did you see that interview that Casey Neistat did with the marketing manager of YouTube or whatever?
I started to watch it and I didn't have time to really get into it. So
he brought that up and he was like, hey, a lot of smaller YouTubers are like, this is difficult for us. We don't have near that, but have a good amount of a following that was my payment and now I get nothing. Like that I was living off of that income. And YouTube is like, yeah, we're trying to figure out a way that we can benefit everybody. It's something that definitely needs a lot of work, which that statement makes me think at least they're trying to take everybody into account, or it seems like it,
Yeah.
Because, like, there's no way that we could accomplish 4,000 hours without, like, some crazy publicity and a lot of luck.
Yeah.
In like a understandable amount of time where you're like, yeah, that's a fair trade-off,
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a long time. 4,000 hours?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not good at math, but that's a lot of time.
But that's a lot of time. 4,000 hours. Yeah, that's a lot.
Like 72 hours in 3 days. That's as high as I can think right now. How many hours in a week, do you know? 127, right?
Wow.
Movie?
I don't think it was a week. Oh man, you're gonna make me do here. I have a calculator.
Is it not? Just look it up. How many hours are in a week?
No.
Hey Google.
I'm gonna do it.
How many hours are in a week?
1 week equals 168
168 hours.
too-
I got it. I got it faster than Google. I swear.
I mean, I don't think so. Okay, but 168 hours. So divide 4,000.
Oh, so it was a
by-
little more than a week.
Yeah.
For that guy,
Yeah.
and then cut it off.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
Have you seen 172 hours? Leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of 172 hours. Did I say 178?
It's 127, but you said 172 twice.
170. 178.
127.
127.
There you go. 127 hours.
Oh, I'm mixing up my numbers. I'm
You are.
dyslexic.
It's okay. So do
With numbers.
Do 4,000
Okay, 4,000
divided by
60.
168.
Oh wait, what are we doing?
168. So this is how many weeks it would be.
168. Oh, okay. 23.8 weeks.
We would have to have
That's a lot.
23.8 weeks of video watched time
Yeah.
before we could get a single ad. Half a year's worth of watched time.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's heavy.
Please tell everybody that you know to watch this podcast.
So we also the most. Let's see.
24.
We have what was I talking about? YouTube analytics.
Yep.
SoundCloud
gives
We
us
have what is that? 8 subscribers.
Hmm?
2 of those are us, but whatever.
Yeah.
You have to subscribe to your own channels, obviously. And so we got that, and I know the subscribers that I can see between the two of us. We know all of those.
Yep.
And then there are a couple of like private ones that we can't see who they are.
But we thank you for being here.
Yeah. So if we know you, hey, cool. Thanks for supporting us. If we don't know you, I guess also thanks for supporting us.
Thanks for
But nice to
supporting
meet
us.
you.
Nice to
Show your face. Let us know you're here.
show your friends.
Show
they can
show your
also-
friends your face.
Then you guys can make jokes about what we say in here.
Yeah,
You know?
because that's what you want to do.
You'd have like a metric space time worth of jokes.
A
if
metric
you
space time.
kept watching
Absolutely.
us.
There's a 40% chance that you'll have a metric space time. We're gonna keep bringing it up.
People
so
are going to
that-
be like, can you just not say any of those things ever again?
Can literally? Hey, I have a question, and it's in regards to your mental health.
Of course, please.
Will you please shut up?
No.
Just stop what you're doing.
podcast.
Yeah, but stop.
Do you see this clean and sleek design?
Yeah, we see that.
And you see the word podcast.
You know who doesn't see that?
Who is that?
Anyone that listens to this only.
Maybe they'll learn to get on YouTube.
Yeah. And then maybe the video will work all the time.
Yeah. I mean, we got a pretty good system now, I think.
Right.
I say as I throw up in my mouth, thinking back to the last time we tried that.
Hold on, we'll get into that. So anyway, that's what we know. We know the audience more or less on YouTube. It's that we are aware of.
Yep.
The audience that we're aware of otherwise is through SoundCloud.
Yep.
And we know 0 of them.
Yeah, no,
But
so-
they're there. If you're one of those people on SoundCloud, and
Thanks for listening, dude.
and you actually listen and you're not like a bot, because I click and like they're real profiles.
Yeah,
And
but I just don't know-
some of them are definitely 100% real people.
Yeah.
And the rest, I'm like, you might just subscribe to everyone and never listen. I don't know. If you do, hey, choose the timestamp right here and be like, oh yeah, I'm listening, just to like validate us, right?
Like, fuck you guys, I'm not a robot. I'm a real person, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Otherwise, iTunes literally
just now gave us some analytics.
Hold on. Like, by the time we started the first episode, they like just released analytics to anyone at all. Like,
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, that's why it's in beta.
That's super
So,
fucking broken, dude.
It's like,
Do you know if people put podcasts on iTunes?
yeah, for how long?
Fuck's sake, dude. Get
iTunes-
your shit together, Apple.
They're
Fuck.
working on it. iTunes podcasts have been around a while, and literally like December of 2017, they you're fine.
I'm sorry. I needed some juice.
December of 2017, they finally gave access to the analytics to the people that publish podcasts, which I think there was a way technically to find it, but it was kind of convoluted and everything. And now it's there, but they're very upfront, like, it's in beta.
Right.
And it's still going to be broken information. And
Hey,
we literally checked right before,
Guys.
because we've been checking, but we checked right before this one, and there was info, but it was very hard to read.
Yeah, iTunes is just like, hey guys, your stuff's gonna be real messed up, and we know that, but just we're trying, okay?
So it's kind of like, so you have some people that are definitely
For sure, yeah.
listening. We think there's a 40% chance that people are listening to you, and this is who they are. Unless you click on this page, then the info is very different, and we can't tell you why.
It absolutely makes no sense. Like, we want to take you, like, we give you numbers, and you're like, hey, this is understandable, right? And then you get to the next part, and you're like, wow, this contradicts everything you just told me, and still makes no sense. And then, so just do your best, and hopefully we'll have the bugs fixed soon. Thanks. Love ya in what are those things you put apples in?
bushels.
Yeah. Love you in bushels.
Or
apple.
I don't know. I'm still hung
It's
up
a
on you
bushel.
said contradicts.
I meant contradicts. It's very late. I'm very tired.
It's very late. What time is it?
It's actually not that late. Oh no, it is.
I was
so
like, it
much
is that
later
late.
than I thought.
Where did that last hour go? We just started.
Yeah, like I was like, okay, I'll pee and get a drink and then we'll be ready. And that was like 30 minutes ago, but apparently it was like 2 hours ago.
Not 2, but definitely an entire hour. Oh.
No, the last time I looked at the time was definitely 2 hours ago.
Well, anyway.
All right.
One day we will
Be on
able
track.
to.
Let's stop talking about this bullshit though, because we're like 18 minutes in.
We're gonna be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
One day we will be able to say, "Hey, this is the time of the week that we are gonna record."
Very true.
Our lives will be in order. Both collectively, our lives and individually will be in order enough that we can just plan for that instead of waiting week by week to see.
Oh, I'll see you this day.
Yeah. So I'm
Oh,
off on
next
Monday. Well, I'm off on Thursday.
Next
Okay,
week's
well, I'll
gonna
see you
be
at 5 a.m.
Next week's gonna be so fun.
Why is next week going to be fun?
They've just thrown a lot of kinks in the schedule for work.
Oh.
And like I still have 2 consecutive days off, which is good, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. I don't know mine.
Yeah.
So
No, I know.
basically, you'll get the podcast one way or another. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, you'll get it.
So real quick, talking about last week. So
Man.
as everybody knows,
Mhm.
we apparently are awful with video.
Absolutely.
I used to be
terrible.
good
I did
back
too.
in my day. Back.
Like I thought I had some good editing going
And
on at one point in time.
I could put out some content
Yeah.
pretty quickly. Recording, editing,
whole thing.
rendering, exporting,
the
uploading.
whole train leaving the station.
Yeah. And now I'm like, this is way more simple than it was then, all this stuff we're doing now. And I mean, the difference is higher video quality.
It's such
Like, that's
a
the only difference
pain
for
in
me.
the ass, dude.
So last week was a whole thing.
Dude.
We got the podcast up on time. We had a podcast up Friday.
I have a confession to make.
But what?
I totally had planned on changing the camera to record to 1080p.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it still in 4K?
It's still in 4K. Which means
Well, we should be okay.
we're
We're recording earlier in the week.
recording early, which gives us more time to deal with video problems like we had last week.
We had video problems last week. So the
So-
podcast was up, SoundCloud, iTunes,
Google Play.
Music.
It was up.
It was up. It took 2 days to render and
Export.
export and upload to YouTube, and then processing took way longer than.
It should have. Here's what hurts. This for anybody who video edits, you will understand this pain. We recorded this video in 4K.
Yes.
We downscaled the video to 1920 by 1080 at 60 frames a second,
Yes.
which in theory should not be that difficult to do.
Correct.
It took a very expensive laptop that I spent more money than I am proud to talk about on an extremely long amount of time to export that video. And let me tell you what, good Lord, I hope you're awake, because I was not while I waited on that thing to export for 2 days.
For 2 days. No sleep for 2 days.
I literally had to babysat it that entire night. And then the one time I fell asleep, the next time I woke up, it was like, oh, failed.
Failed to export.
It literally said error unknown, failed. And I was like, cool. So I just wasted 12 hours for literally nothing.
And I could have been sleeping.
Yeah.
The whole time.
And then I had to do it again. And the next time I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. And I just let it go. And then I woke up and I was like, hey.
It's like, fantastic.
And I was like, thank you, God, for working. Then,
excuse me.
He's
got a little burpy burp going on right here.
I do.
And then it's all the Taco. Oh,
it was all
not
Taco
sponsored.
Bell. Not sponsored. Damn, it was good though. And then it took YouTube was like, oh, you've had a lot of trouble with this video, I can tell. Let me help you out. And I was like, cool, thank you, YouTube. You know, you're a great friend. I'm really glad I could trust you. And then YouTube said, we're gonna upload your video. Don't worry, you can go to work. That's fine. Go to work. We got your back, dude. And so for those of you who upload YouTube videos, or if you don't, here's how you frantically check your YouTube analytics as a YouTuber. You download the YouTube Studio app on your phone, and then you refresh it constantly for the next 4 hours while a video is uploading, right? And so through that time, it was just like processing, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. I'll just check it later.
It's processing. It is uploaded.
Yeah. So then I come home, and it's stuck on like 1%. And it's been there since I left. And I was like, all right, cool.
This is fine.
So I closed it. I turned both my computers off for an hour. And I was like, I'm just going to throw them both out the window and move to Africa. I was like, this is the only possible outcome to fix things. And I was like, all right. Plane tickets are expensive. So I came back in, turned my computers on. And then I tried to upload it on my desktop. And it only took 7 hours. So then it was Sunday, and there was the video.
Only 7 hours whenever we were trying to upload on one day.
Yeah.
And that was one portion of that was the shortest portion
Right.
of the process.
Yes.
Was that 7 hour chunk.
Yeah.
All that to say, the YouTube might be late. I don't know. We'll see. We're recording earlier in the week. We should be fine.
Audio will be out on Friday.
Absolutely, audio will be out on Friday.
Video hopefully will be done Friday, especially if I get that computer.
Yes. There's a 40% chance that the video will be uploaded on Friday. Fantastic. I love the logo.
I do too. I think it's dope.
I keep looking at it.
It makes me happy.
And it's just,
I could
that's
see that.
a nice font.
I could see that on a shirt or socks or even a hat. I could see that on so many things.
Justin, hit me up. What font is this? All right.
He's not going to respond.
Yeah.
It is a nice font.
It's very clean and elegant.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's simple.
And simple.
Like us.
And effective. I got to sneeze real bad. I'm just going to do it directly into the mic.
Fuck sneezing. Like, let me just say on behalf of all people who are, like, good people, fuck sneezing. Like, sneezing is the worst feeling in the world. And if anybody's like, oh, it feels good, fuck you. Go ahead. Hit me with it. Come on. I want to hear it. Say it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
That I particularly am fond of the sneezing activities.
You remember what I just said about people who like to sneeze?
Yes.
Yeah. Applicable.
You know what I think about people that like to poop? Oh, that was a good little.
Why you gotta pull Justin back into this, dog?
why you gonna bring up? Okay. I was kind of referring to you a little bit.
I mean,
I was turning it back around on you.
It's a relieving feeling.
Justin, do you like to sneeze? Do you know if he likes to sneeze?
I don't know.
He probably also likes to sneeze.
He probably does.
So we both
and
have a
I'm
reason.
the weird one.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Justin finds it relieving to poop. Therefore, it'd be 2 versus 1 on that subject too. So we'd have to just fist fight naked in a basement to figure out who wins. that argument.
Okay, gotta find a basement.
Got you covered.
I don't want to get punched.
You better grease up until they slide off of you.
Do we have? If you have any recommendations on punching grease,
It's like we check the analytics tomorrow. It's like comments like punchinggrease.com.
punchinggrease.com.
That's probably not.
What's a punching grease
That's
brand?
probably not a website
Qualms.
you want to go to.
We're gonna say punchinggrease.com. Oh no!
Oh man!
Wow.
Oh, what a good podcast. 26 minutes in.
26 minutes in, and we have talked about nothing.
That's fine. I think this podcast was kind of in that sense.
It's okay. I think we earn them every so often.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah, this is
This
our
one's
one.
also fun. Like I'm having a lot of fun. Not
Yeah,
that I don't
we're just
normally
being
have fun,
ridiculous.
but it's all over the place where we normally have some structure and it's cool. It's different.
Yeah. I've been listening. I like threw out my neck with that. I really started talking and I really wanted to like not cough directly into the mic. And so I quickly whipped my head around and I popped my neck. And that's good. So I've been listening to the Valley Folk, keeping up with them and their podcast. And there's 4 of them. 4 of them. And really their first episode is just chaos. Because they're... Steve Zaragoza, he is insane.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Who all is it? Steve.
Steve Zaragoza, Joe Beretta, Lee Newton, Elliot Morgan, in no particular order.
Okay.
But yeah, they there was actually a point where Joe Beretta leans in. He was like, "Hey, guys, I have a quick question, real quick. If you can hold on, can we all 4 talk at the same time, please? Thanks." And it got even worse from there, just because they keep like talking over each other, and it's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
But they're so funny. It's worth it.
That's such a cool... I think podcasts are such a cool thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, I had a friend who was like, dude, you listen to podcasts? I was like, no, fuck you. How old are you?
Oh.
Podcasts?
How old are you?
Yeah, I was like... At this time, I was like 16. So I was like, hip-hop music is where it's at. And so... That guy, he was like, okay, whatever. And then he'd been listening to podcasts for years. And then I texted him not too long ago because I just became into podcasts. And I was like, so what podcast did you bring in? He was like, fuck off. And I was like, thanks, bud. Because, yeah.
That's fantastic.
And then he was like, recommend these, listen to these. And I was like, cool, thanks.
Cool, thanks. He was like, oh, now you're into it.
Yeah.
Is he a podcast hipster?
Yeah, he is, actually.
I feel like most people that are on podcasts identify as hipster.
But I mean, like, yeah, was he one of the...
Are you more... Okay, would it make you more hipster to produce a podcast or to consume, to listen to a podcast?
See, that's a difficult standpoint because then... Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like 6 and 1 half a dozen the other because you've already got a metric space ton of people producing podcasts now.
Yes.
And so, like, it's
you're
already
now,
following doing something somebody else is doing.
Yeah.
But then if you're watching them, people have been watching them for years now. So, yeah. So, no, either way, this is not original in any way, shape, fashion, or form. Nor does it make us a hipster.
I was going to say, I guess to be a hipster producer of one, well, both, actually, it would have to be like a specific genre.
Yeah, we'd have to
Like,
be like
yeah,
rock
just
opera
something like-
podcasts that also talk about Marvel comics books.
Yeah,
That
something
would
like
be-
super specific and obscure, though. Like, not Marvel comic book and not DC. I don't know comic books, but there's got to be another brand. Are they brand? What do you call them? Another
call them, like, company,
company
sure.
division of comic book.
I'm sure, out there
Another
somewhere.
Marvel and DC are like
it's the
20th
Diary of
floor.
Wimpy Kid books.
Yeah, 20th floor of the building. We're talking like floor number 2 that has like...
Maybe we start off like 15. Maybe we don't go down to 2.
No. It's got to be real obscure.
So I feel like at a 2 level though, we're talking about like really out there shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's a podcast that I'd be down for starting though. Like,
Well, we're not talking about us. We're talking about hipsters.
no, yeah, but now I'm already in this mindset of like would I start one as obscure as this? And no.
But that's not you. I'm talking about like real hipsters.
Oh, not like what I pretend to be.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No.
Gotcha.
You're definitely not a hipster, not even a little bit.
Sorry, wrong
Dory?
thought process there.
Why are you apologizing to Dory?
I am so fucking tired.
You hit her on the head, and that's why she doesn't have her memory anymore.
How'd you know it? I just love punching fish in the face.
You ever punch a fish in the face?
I tell you what I have done.
You've squeezed a wet dog into a white man, haven't you? I can tell by the look on your face, boy.
I couldn't even say it.
You couldn't even say it. I said it for you. You're okay. I got you. I'll take care of you, honey.
So since this podcast is about absolute nothing but bullshit.
Where's this going?
I don't know.
Oh, by the way, I really wanted to make a transition because you always make transitions.
Go for it. This is your chance.
Oh, wait. It's way past.
Okay.
It is long gone. You're always like, speaking of blah, 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 the next thing I had on my list, I'm like, okay.
I'm just like trying to keep a mental time clock.
You were talking about uploading to videos to YouTube and throwing out your computers and moving to Africa, but then you kind of kept going because you weren't done yet.
No,
I was going to say, speaking of Africa, you know who else is from Africa?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. And I didn't have anything else to say about him, really.
I think
things haven't been crazy with him this week.
I think what would be fun is like eventually there'll be a point where Elon Musk like he's not really doing anything. Like he's still Elon Musk and he's like super badass and amazing, but he's just kind of like, hey, I'm chilling, you know?
On Mars.
We should still find some way to squeeze like either us saying Elon Musk or Elon Musk somewhere in this video at some random time just to stay continuous forever.
Just like throw it in every episode somehow.
Yeah, like at maybe sometime like, I don't know. There'd be like one of our phones is set up over there and it's just like Elon Musk, but you like don't actually see it unless you're looking for it.
Fantastic. We're going to start throwing Easter eggs in and you win a prize. The prize is our undying affection.
And
until we can say that we can actually give things away.
Who doesn't like eggs?
Also, part of your prize is the egg itself.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I mean, I can't really give you anything, so like, thanks for giving us extra effort. You got what you found. That's
you know
reward.
what you got? The knowledge of finding things.
That's like...
What a skill. Oh my
dude,
goodness.
I want a new computer so bad.
Yeah? I feel you.
I'm
okay on computers. I have a lot of things that I want.
I think for me though, that's like the center point of everything I do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, so we had all those problems with editing last week, and I think I have found a solution to that problem as far as computing power goes.
Okay.
And so I'd like to tell you about it.
Go ahead.
So there's this computer at work that I plan to buy soon.
Yes.
That is an Alienware, which I know you're like, oh no, Dell bought them and they're not that good. Calm down, guys. Like, I know it's a pre-built. I'm not a pussy. It's just like a good deal, you know?
Calm down, guys.
Like,
you
dude,
can put away the pitchforks. You can put away the digital pitchforks because we know you're not actually going to touch a real one.
PC people are so fucking crazy about that shit.
Yeah, we are.
Like, I was talking to a friend, the same friend that's the podcast hipster.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came into Best Buy and I was like, dude, what's up? And I saw him and I was like, yeah, I'm about to buy this Alienware. And he was like, oh, fuck you. Like, before I could even explain, he's like, dude, fuck you. And I was like, come on now. Like, hey. I don't have time to build things. Plus, with all these fucking Bitcoin fuck faces out there, graphics cards are financially impossible to purchase.
Okay.
Like, the graphics card that I have in my desktop, nothing fancy. GTX 1050 Ti. 4 gig card, it's like, I think I paid $200 for it. Is selling for like $400, $450.
Yeah, that's confusing.
For Bitcoin mining. Like, fuck off. You're not going to get it. Like,
for Bitcoin money.
Just chill. Damn. Fuck. But yeah. So this Alienware i7 7700K. 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM. GTX 1070 8 gig card. And a 1 terabyte 7200 RPM traditional hard drive, which is kind of a downside, but you do what you can.
Yeah. Hey, Trae knows way more about computers than I do. and like I know enough, but sometimes I'm just like, what?
AKA, that bitch fast.
So she run real good.
You know how my computers do things, but they do it real slow? That computer gonna do it like that, but real not slow. Like the opposite of that, like faster. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
I know it looks like I'm not listening, and
I know what you're doing. That's fine. I have to do the same thing right now, actually.
I changed my mind on my
on what your album
on
you
what
were
I was going to
giving?
give you. I'll explain that later.
No
So
big
I'm
deal.
just making sure
You said you had something that you wanted to tell me earlier while we were at Taco Bell.
I did have something I want to tell you. Okay, so I think I have the album I'm going to give you. Yeah, we're just going to hold it right there.
All right.
So so here's the thing. So I had a story that I wanted to tell you, and from that, I wanted to know if you had a similar experience.
Okay.
Okay. So I wanted to tell you, I had this kind of on the list last week if we had time for it, and I was like, we'll do it some other time if not.
Right. We'll catch up.
The more I thought about it, the more I was like, that's not even the main story. That's just a little piece of the story that like finishes it off.
Mm-hmm.
The main story is just a ridiculous situation I went through, and I would like to tell that to you now.
Okay.
I thought about, well, you know what? Let's go back to the beginning. I'm a music person.
I have the album for you.
Fantastic.
I'm excited about this one. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. I'm a music person.
Yeah, you're very musical.
I'm a musical being.
Yeah, you've gone to school for it
We don't have to talk about that.
You've gone to school for it.
I've gone to school for it.
Music.
And otherwise, I've done it outside of school.
Yeah, for like ever since I've known you, it's like, hey, I'm a music guy.
Yeah, since I was a wee lad.
I just
All back in my day. Back in the wild and wide hills of Ireland. Almost said London. That wouldn't be correct at all.
no.
So, I'm a musical person. I've been in a couple of bands. Okay? I was in one band in particular involved with this story.
Mm-hmm.
We had a show booked at a venue. I thought about not mentioning the venue name, and then I thought, I don't care, just in case I need to steer people away from this venue in the future.
Right.
The problem is, it's like they have multiple locations, right?
Okay.
There's a venue called The Door. The Door, the main one, is located in Deep Ellum in Dallas, Texas.
I know what you're talking about.
Cool. So they have The Door in Deep Ellum. That's fine. They're legitimate and great, and they do good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Fun little place to go to.
Right.
They also had, I can't remember what their second location was.
Can I just say I'm very afraid of where the story is going?
Oh, just strap in, boys.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they have that one.
For this one.
They have a second location. I can't remember where. And then they had a third location.
Sounds
The
like
third
Five Nights at
location.
Freddy.
The third location was in Canton, Texas.
Oh, there's nothing good in Canton, except for that Christmas tree farm.
Oh,
That's
see,
also a pumpkin patch.
I didn't even know that or that.
Dude.
It's probably in the same place that they do trade days. All I know about
No.
Canton is trade days and Dairy Palace.
Oh, they do have a Dairy Palace.
Those are the two things I know about
Dude, Dairy
Canton.
Palace is good.
Those are the two things I know about Canton prior to The Door Canton.
Right.
Okay? So, we get the show. I don't remember how we got on this show or what the details were. I wasn't the person that set it up. I guess I assume that's probably why I don't remember it as well.
Right.
Basically, it was us and 2 or 3 other bands
Okay.
that we all had to what we were told was we all had to pre-sell a certain number of tickets for the show, like in order for, almost like you have to have enough students in a class in college in order for the class to make.
Right.
It's kind of like that. We
Okay.
had to have a certain number of tickets in order to be in the show or to have the show happen at all. I don't remember what it was. And I feel like I should have been, even then, this is like 2010. I should have been like perceptive to certain elements of this, but because I know about the door in Dallas, being like a reputable venue, I was like, I mean, it's just another location. Cool.
Right.
Not thinking about the fact that it's in Canton, and all they have is a big field that they put booths in, and then in the winter season they put Christmas trees in.
Can I just say I love the way you say booths.
Booths.
Booths. Also, the Christmas trees are not in the same location.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter.
They're on a farm. It's called Yesterland Farm.
You know what? I don't care.
Just throwing it out there. Maybe you go get your Christmas tree, huh?
This is a story I get very mad about.
Sorry,
whenever I think about it.
Go ahead.
So, I would care, but right now I'm already mad because I see the end of the story in my head,
And you're just like,
and I
fuck.
want you to get there with me.
Liquid rage. Let's do it.
Liquid, absolutely, just pour it down my throat.
I don't know if you have seen Hot Ones, but when they eat liquid rage, most of them talk about how hot it is. So I would not advise to just guzzle it.
So,
What a gross word.
all right. So my first clue should have been it's in Canton,
Yeah, that's a good clue that there's nothing good going on.
right? I've never heard of a show there at the door. We didn't even know they had a location in Canton. Second clue should have been we had pre-sale tickets, and that one was maybe like that happens.
Like, I could
times, and
see
so
that, but it's weird, but sure.
Third clue is we had to make our own tickets, and so one of our guitarists.
Is this fucking arts and crafts time?
Hold
or?
on. One of our guitarists, at the time, girlfriend, fiance, timeline, I don't totally remember. They're
Right.
married now.
Gotcha.
But she
His
was
significant other.
yeah, she was our graphic design person. She made a bunch of our shirts and posters and yada yada yada. She's really good at it. And shout out to Alyssa. Hey, and she made the tickets. They look good. And Canton is what, an hour and a half from Carthage, probably, or
Maybe. It's like an hour-ish from here, so.
so about that hour 45 maybe from where most of the band members were from.
Right.
And so we went around and we're like, hey, we have the show. It's at this venue that we're familiar with one of their locations. And so, it'd be cool to be able to play there. We have to sell so many tickets. We're not from the area, so we have to sell to a bunch of people that also live
not
an
in the
hour
area.
and 45 minutes away.
Right.
And we did.
Nice.
Like, we had to sell to a group of people that have heard this band for a very long time in that town for free a lot.
Right.
And so just because they like us as people and they're our friends and
like,
family
"Oh,
and
yeah,
everything,
sure."
they bought the tickets and went to the show. So
Okay.
we sell however many tickets. We have all the money for the tickets with us, and we go to the location that the GPS takes us to, which was like one of those dirt roads with a gate that like looks like
no.
looks like a
Oh,
private property
no.
that you don't have any business being there unless that's your land.
Right.
And it goes through trees and we don't see anything, and we follow it for a while and we come to a shed, a large like metal shop building in the middle of a field in the middle of nowhere. It looked a lot like you ever see Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah.
It looked a lot like that.
Oh, dope, dude. Yeah, that sounds
In the middle of
That
nowhere.
sounds like a great fucking venue for a Christian metal concert.
Yeah, we were a Christian metal band. By the way,
to be
we
fair-
weren't a metal band. We did a lot of rock stuff with
Okay.
metal influences and other
Sorry.
things and pop rock. And
I'm
it was
sorry.
weird.
I didn't mean
Yeah,
to.
different band.
Didn't mean to generalize.
But we were playing with like metal bands, I think. I think that's what the other ones.
Still, yeah. Either way, still a weird genre of music to have in a pasture, but go ahead.
So we pull up at the time that we are supposed to be there to like unload and get everything set up, and the other bands are showing up and we're meeting them and we're hanging out and kind of having a good time, and no representative of the door Canton is present. So we are standing outside waiting to get in. And then it's, we're early.
Yeah.
Because we want to make sure we get there early. And once the time comes that we were supposed to be there and still no one is there, we're like, all right, well, wait a little bit. I waited a little bit. And nobody came.
Let me just ask, did you already give them your money?
There was no one there to give money
Okay,
to.
so you still have your money.
Hold on.
Okay.
We have a lot of other people's money.
Right.
Because they bought tickets to this show.
Right. Well, I mean, you could reimburse them if they don't actually, if nothing actually happens.
Yeah. But we'd also have to, go... We didn't keep, a ledger, I don't think, of every person that bought tickets, because it was just here's a ticket, here's the money, okay. So, basically, we call, and I think we had, a person that we were... Our contact for this show at that location. Mm-hmm. We call, and I think he, doesn't answer or something, and we call, the main venue and talk to them, and they're like, oh yeah, kind of we forgot that was happening or something. I don't totally remember.
Yeah,
I was not the person making the phone call.
Oh right, yeah, that thing.
Yeah, so they said, okay, they're on their way from Dallas right now. They're leaving Dallas right now to go to Canton. We're like, the show starts in 30 minutes. It's going to take you at least that long to get here, if not much longer.
Right.
And it did take much longer. A lot of the people coming to see the show were there before the guy got there. And there's a lot of people piling up and a lot of people getting very angry.
I would bet
most
so.
of which being the band members, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
So the guy gets there, and there's some details. Like I say, I don't totally remember. I just kind of skip to the next part and just the main plot points.
Right.
We do give the guy the money. Mm-hmm. And we're getting ready to, open the place up and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I don't remember why, but he's like, can't do it. And we gotta go home. And we've been there for hours at this point. And we were just tell you what, there are outlets on the outside of this building. We're about to set up outside the building, play a show. He was like, no, you're not. We're gonna call the cops or whatever. And we're like, no, you don't understand. This is about to happen.
Yeah, you took the money, the people are here, fuck you, we're doing it.
Yeah. And basically, I don't remember why. I think he cut off the power, something. And he's going to leave. He still has the money. A couple of our families came there, some of our parents.
Right.
This is East Texas. All of them have guns with them.
Yeah, every single one.
And they pretty much all grabbed their guns.
Yeah.
And we're like, how about you give us the money back? And he was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would be.
Yeah. No questions.
Hey, wait, whoa, hey, I was just saying, I can't do it, but yeah.
So that's the very abridged version that I still had to fight my way through to
talk about,
make short, and try to remember some details, because it's been a long time.
Yeah. And
a lot of the conversations throughout the whole process didn't happen through me.
Right.
And so that was a ridiculous experience. We were so angry. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that location has closed since then.
Yeah, I would assume so.
That was part A of the story that led to part B being the thing I wanted to ask you.
Okay. All right.
The thing I wanted to ask you is, what is, and I had to think about how to word it. What is the most interesting lie that you've caught someone in? Not the worst lie, like not something that's just like, oh, they lied about something terrible and they're bad.
Yeah,
but like
the most interesting.
This one's my most interesting.
Ooh,
So
I'm gonna think about that.
what makes it interesting is I had a friend that was coming to the show, and like the show would have been way over by now, and I'm on my way home. And I text this friend and said, "Hey, how's it going?" And she says, "Hey, sorry I couldn't stay. Something came up and I couldn't stay the whole time. You guys sounded great though, and I can't wait to hang out or something later."
Right.
And I was just like very confused at this point because I'm like, what's happening right now? And I said, "We sounded great. What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Yeah, at the show, you sounded really good, but I couldn't stay to like see you." And I was like, "We didn't have a show." And immediately she's like, "Oh no." Basically, like, "I'm so sorry, I'm the worst kind of person, blah, 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 blah."
God.
And I just thought that was hilarious. Like, I wasn't even mad about it.
Right.
I was just like, I mean, okay, it doesn't matter.
I don't give a shit. Yeah.
If you couldn't make it, you couldn't make it. Like,
Right.
Don't say you.
Oh, you're so good.
You guys sound great. But that's like the most interesting. Like, you see what I mean? Like, do you have anything?
I mean, kind of. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing just with my YouTube channel. Like, I had a friend that, like, I met playing games online, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I'm doing this YouTube thing too." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, dude, me too." And I was like, "Hey, I'm uploading this video. Let me know what you think of the part you're in." And he's like, "Okay, cool." And so, I wait a few hours, and I was like, "Hey, did you watch the video?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, dude, that part with me was so funny." And the thing about that video is the part that he was in was not comedic at all. He was talking about, like, he was a weird dude, real into, like, military facts, very, like,
Okay.
like history mostly.
Uh-huh.
And he was, like, talking about, like, Nazis and how, like, Hitler's was kind of, like, on the right track of things. And I was like,
no.
wow. And I was like, but it was funny because another person that we were playing with said something that made me laugh. So I cut it and I put it in there. So nothing he said was funny. And I was like, "Hey, you did watch the video?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, that part with me, I said, I can't believe I said that. I laughed so hard." And I was like, "The part where you said that Hitler is right and, kind of agreed with his, thoughts and whatnot." And he was like, and his friend was like, "Oh, shit." And then I never heard from him again. So, yeah.
I was like, I mean, unless that's your sense of humor, which,
I mean,
some people,
it's dark.
but I feel like you weren't joking.
No, it wasn't a joke.
Is the problem?
He's a Nazi. I don't think he knew I was black.
I was gonna say, has he met you?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
that would explain
A lot.
a lot.
Yeah, we were playing PUBG, and we ended up playing something else. I don't remember what it was. But, yeah, that's when he was talking about Nazis. And I was like, all right.
Well, yeah, that's pretty similar.
Which I think for, like, kind of creative things, like stuff like that, it's kind of like, that's their go-to, like, "Oh, yeah, I loved it. What you put up or out or did was so great."
Yeah, that insert thing here was amazing.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, like, that's I think for anything artistic, that's a copy and paste. Like, "Yeah, your pasta art was beautiful." And you'd be like, "But it wasn't pasta art.
But I
Those were seashells.
I didn't even do pasta art.
I told you I was doing seashells. I was switching it up. I made a whole beach trip just for this, and you didn't even look at it."
That sounds like when you, when a little kid draws a picture. It's like, "Oh, that's an amazing elephant. It's like,
It's a giraffe.
it's not even an elephant. It's our house, and you're standing outside of it.
It's
Oh,
like the most convoluted thing ever. Like, oh my god, what a beautiful tree. He's like, "Oh, it's actually a fire truck with a fireman on top of it with a water hose, but thanks.
oh man, that's an amazing Santa Claus. It's so cute. No, it's not even Santa Claus. It's a caterpillar with 7 legs because one of them fell off. And he's wearing a tennis shoe on that one leg. His leg fell off because the shoe was too heavy. You see the shoelaces tied around the shoe. Because it was so heavy. He's like, yeah, just like Santa Claus.
Or I think it's even worse when they're like, oh, I totally see it now. And you're like, no, you fucking don't.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no, you fucking don't.
Oh, now I get
Like,
it.
even as a kid, I was like, bitch, no, you don't. Like,
Anytime somebody's like, oh yeah, you're like, no.
no, fuck you. Like, you're
No.
still not. No.
Definitely no.
Like, I'll show people some, like, YouTube videos, and I'm like, wow, do you agree with that? Like, do you really think that that's how that gameplay should play out? Or, like, those decisions should be made? And they're like, what? And then I explain to them, and they're like, oh, now I see it. And I'm like, fuck you. No, you don't.
No, you don't. You're lying.
Don't fucking come at me with that shit.
There's like one person legitimately in the world, and that's how they react to things when they actually get it. And
Yeah.
they're listening to this right now, and they're like, oh hey you
He's
guys,
like, but I actually got it. Like, I
but I did get it.
I could explain it actually perfectly right now.
Look, ask me about it. I'll tell you. Okay.
I think it's time for
So
the-
we somehow we filled up a lot of time with not a lot of stuff to say.
You know what?
The last hour just kind of flew by. I'm very tired.
It's been a very busy week,
Yeah.
and it's still gonna be a very busy week for the rest of the week. So forgive us for one, kind of chaotic podcast.
Yeah.
But
We'll get back on track next
if
time.
nothing else,
Well, we talked about this at the beginning. You definitely didn't stay to the end anyway.
take it face value. Like, you're getting us just having a conversation.
Hey, if you stayed to the end, leave a comment and say, hey, I stayed to the end. Just like that. End quote.
Watch Justin be like, just Justin saying that. And I'll be
Hey,
like,
I stayed to the
there he
end.
is.
Just like that. Oh, Justin's always looking out for us right there. Oh, you're a good boy, Justin.
All right, man. Let's do that.
Let's do
music
this
club.
small space podcast music club. The small space music club.
You wanna go first?
No, I want you to go first.
All right. So I had Regina Spektor.
Yes.
I don't remember the name of the
Remember
album.
us to lie.
That's what it was. It was really good.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot, actually. It
Yeah.
was, I don't know. It was like everything that I liked about the last album he gave me,
Mm-hmm.
but then everything that I hated wasn't there. So it was like,
It was
this is
executed
good.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I just like her voice better because it's not,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just liked it. It was good. It was really good.
Dude, she's so perfect.
Like, I put it on and I was like, I don't feel like I'm going to like this. And then I was just dicking around on my computer and I was like, man, this is good. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was grooving.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, piano stuff. So it's
Yeah.
like it could be like too chill sometimes.
But then at some points, there's like a lot of like beat. Like,
Dude.
I'm a fucking beat. I don't know what you want to call it, but
So, do you like Small Bills?
yeah.
Her one like
Yeah. It was.
hip hop, whatever song you want to.
I was like-
her style, like she like touches on genres.
Yeah, but that was like.
in her own way.
And I was like, Regina Spektor. Okay, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
It was good.
That's like my favorite song of
It
hers
was
right
so
now. Because it's just so different than all her other stuff.
But I would enjoy more of it, honestly.
Yeah.
It was good.
Awesome. I'm glad you liked it.
It was really good. I give that an 8 out of 10. That was a good one.
It's very nice.
Like, I would gladly listen to that any day of the week. Any song from it.
good.
It was good.
Good. I got one that you like.
I really feel like you're about to tear this one apart.
Okay. So,
Please, let me just preface with this.
yes.
Go gentle, because he's a nice guy.
That's fine.
However, comma.
I have some things to say. However, comma, I have to backtrack a little bit. I had Post Malone Stoney. I had that, and last week I made some comments about trying to be less critical and everything, and my brain it fights with itself in some things. And this album, no, it's a good thing. It's a good thing you gave me this album.
I hope so.
Because this album helped me solidify what I actually think. And that's no. Screw you. You don't do things on. Oh, so okay. Can you tell it made me feel some things?
Yeah.
I listened to the deluxe edition. That was the only
good.
one I could find.
That's because it's the only one that there is, I think.
Okay. I like to say that if you just artistically, not even just music or whatever, if you do something, if you're creating something somehow, then I'm like, credit to you for doing something.
Right.
There is that.
I don't like where this is going at all.
But also, I think I mean that more to the people that don't do things otherwise. That maybe they're new to it, or maybe they don't have the talent yet or something, and they want to build it, right?
Okay.
So just get started. Like, we just did the podcast.
Right, and now we're getting better at it.
And we're getting it, and we're figuring it out.
Right, okay. Okay.
Same thing, and I've always had an issue with, like, America's Got Talent, American Idol, all those shows, and you always see the post on Facebook of this kid singing fine. They sound good. And everyone's like, it's amazing. I'm like, good for them for doing something. But also, it's not amazing. It's good.
Right.
Like, I need...
I got it.
I need lines drawn.
I feel
right?
you.
I
We've
can't-
had this conversation before.
I can't have it just one way or the other.
'Cause you
I can't
remember
have
that-
just yes or no, good or bad.
You remember that kid that, like, sang that super deep country song that was, like, way out of his range, and we had a
Yes.
conversation about it? Yeah. We got into all that.
Yeah.
At that point.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Because I was like, dude. And you were like, dude. And I was like, dude. So, yeah. I feel
Dude. Sweet. Okay. So that's prefacing what I think about this particular album, not just art in general. Right?
Right.
I think Post Malone is a talented fella.
Okay.
So I expect better of him.
Oh. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I have to give this album 2 ratings.
Okay.
I have to divide the songs up into 2 groups.
All right.
This half gets this rating. This half gets this rating.
Okay. There now, like, you have a specific. You know which songs go in which.
No.
Okay.
I have a couple.
Okay.
I have. You'll get the idea.
There are 2
I'm gonna
that I
go
have a
ahead.
question about. Or actually, no, I have a question about most of them.
Go ahead. Okay. Ask whatever questions.
Well, go ahead and give me your full synopsis, and then I'll ask you how you feel about these.
My full synopsis is this album happens in like 2 artistic ways.
Okay.
There's his, like, I guess mainstream, you want to call it,
More of
poppy
the
thing.
hip-hoppy kind of.
Congratulations, yada yada. There are like 4 songs that, even if the key's different, the chord progression is basically the same, and the tempo is pretty much the same, and you can just sing congratulations along with it. It was the only song on the album, other than Feeling Whitney, that I knew prior to it. And so I'm like, yep, it fits there. And there's going to be a beat there, yep. And never heard the songs before, and I'm like, I can almost tell you the timestamp of how long the song is.
It's going to be, yeah.
And it was just like copy paste, change some lyrics, yada yada yada. Very repetitive. Oh my god, the chorus has happened so many times, and I get that there's like a vibe, like you wanna, it's just like something to dance to, or blah 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 blah, you know.
Yeah.
I
really feel like you're tearing this one apart.
Dude, it made me feel some things.
Those are the songs. Those are
those
songs.
Those are those songs.
Now the other songs.
The other songs, let me go in the order I wanted to go.
I can give them all to you right now.
Hit This Hard.
Okay.
I dig it.
Okay.
It was closer to those songs, right? But it was still just like, it was different enough that I was like, okay, that's definitely a different song. And I can have fun with it. Leave. Oh my god, I listened to that like 5 times in a row.
That is the first Post Malone song I ever heard. Kristen sent it to me. Shout out to Kristen. She if you want good music recommendations, go to fucking Kristen, dude. Like, no shit. She has some of the best. No. I take that back. She has, like, out of the people that I know and I personally like vibe with in the music space, She has the best music taste that I know of. Like, no shit.
But Leave was like an actual piece of
It's
music to
fucking
me.
great.
Yeah.
I love
I
Leave.
felt like there was reason to
Yeah.
write the song. And I talked about this on the podcast before, I think. Like, oh, you're singing about the same stuff that everyone has to sing about. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh,
Right, but this one
I
had
got
a
through this breakup.
purpose.
And this one, even though it's still kind of that same idea, like, what was it? I should leave you alone, but I can't, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, the topic is still the same, but you did it in a different way finally. And I was like, that's what I expect of you on every song. So, you didn't rate yours, but well, yeah, you did.
I did.
So the other songs get like a 3.5.
Damn.
Those songs, Leave, Money Made Me Do It. That one's even.
I like Money Made Me Do It.
Good.
Feeling Whitney.
Feeling Whitney.
How did you feel about I Fall Apart?
I Fall Apart. Okay. Oh yeah. Hold on. I'm just going to go ahead and give you the rating real quick
Okay.
for the rest of them.
Yeah.
8.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about.
I
yeah.
Fall Apart, and a couple of others.
I Fall Apart.
He had-
Too Young.
Well, hold on. No.
I could talk so
Hold
much
on.
about this album.
I really liked I Fall Apart until.
See why?
No, why exactly? I can't buy the hype stuff, all the like sound effects and everything. Skirt.
And I Fall Apart.
Yeah, it's subtle. He does it like really musically and everything. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing.
I've only heard Yes, but I guess I didn't listen that closely.
Yeah, and he does it in a few songs, and a couple of them I was like, I like the song, and he was like, skirt, skirt, and I'm like, literally, this song's garbage. Throw it in the trash. You could have left that out, and it would have been a perfect song and been fine. And that wasn't the melody that he did. It was just
Right.
that kind. He does them all very like, I'm gonna sing them, and there's like one I think where he's just like skirt, like the usual. All those things like
Yeah.
sound effects, that ha, brr, nah, skirt, skirt. I'm like,
Yeah. They're unnecessary.
shut
They are.
up! Oh my god!
Like,
I used to be really passionate about it, and then I went through a time where I was like, I mean, I get it. It's just something that's not for me. No, stop.
fair enough.
This is like the most passionate I've been on the
For real.
Small Space Music Club so far. But
My favorite is
but
Feeling
man.
Whitney. That's my favorite. Feeling Whitney is my favorite.
The only reason I knew that one before is because I saw your video.
Because I covered it.
Go to Bush Cookie. Is it still Bush Cookie?
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah.
Go to Bush Cookie's YouTube page. He's got a cover of it up there.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Go Flex. Did you listen to that one?
I did.
That one's weird for me because it is very repetitive in that same sense.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy the guitar beat like that. I like that.
Yeah, I remember thinking that. I was like, so this is one where he's definitely saying the same kind of stuff
Right.
over and over and over again. But
I can buy
he's doing something that makes it less irritating.
right. And there's only one line in that song that I'm like, I like that. But then the rest of it's just kind of like I keep saying the words. But
Yeah.
that one, Feeling Whitney is my favorite though. But yeah, so okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Leave is my favorite.
Leave is so good.
Leave is my favorite by like 7-fold. Like leagues ahead of the rest of them.
Is that an amount of fold?
That is an
7-fold?
amount to fold.
I don't actually know how like that works.
How the fold thing works?
Yeah, I don't get it.
We're not going to try to explain that right now.
All right. Do you have your album for me?
I do.
I have mine for you, but I have to go find it again so I can remember.
All right, I'll
what
give
it
you
was.
mine first.
Oh, I know. Go ahead.
I'm going to give you I'm scared. I've already given you my favorite band before.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew you had heard them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard this one. Another one of my top 2 favorite bands.
Gotcha.
So they're
Second.
like they're my number 2. They were in first place for a while, but Coheed just like totally takes over. This band's gonna be called
Excuse me.
Emery.
I have heard of them.
Okay, you've heard of Emery, and they have a lot of albums. So I was trying to mostly when I was going through my phone, I was like, which one do I want to give him? Not their newest one, but one or two before that. We Do What We Want. We Do What We Want.
We Do What We Want by Emery. Cool.
By Emery.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The album I give to you
Mm-hmm.
is one that I listened to a lot when I still went to college. And I don't know why I listened to it so much, but I think it's very, for a album that is mainly hip-hop,
Mm-hmm.
it's very musical. And I know I've said that about a lot of the ones that I've given you, but I think that's the thing that they share that I enjoy about them.
Okay.
And it is The Divine Feminine
Okay.
by Mac Miller.
Okay.
I don't know if you like Mac Miller or if you've listened to him.
I know the name and I know I've heard some of his music, but I don't. Usually when I hear stuff like on the radio, I don't know who it is.
Yeah, you're just like, these are people saying words.
Yeah. I'm like, I know that's probably somebody I've heard of, but I don't know. So
Yeah.
when I hear a song, I'll probably be like, oh, that's that guy. Okay.
But I think this album's dope. It's just cool.
Yeah.
I like what he says. Or maybe not so much that as whatever this is going on. There's one track on there that's real weird.
Yeah.
Just going to warn you now, you're going to have to power through it. It's not weird in the way that you think, and you won't know it by looking at any of the song title because it's not there's no explanation to it. It's just kind of like there, and it just kind of happens in a transition. So you'll know what I'm talking about when you get there, and if any of you people have listened to this album or do listen to this album, you'll also know when I get there. Just brace yourself, okay?
I had to go through. I was like, are there any weird ones on mine? No. I mean.
Oh no, you'll know. But yeah,
Cool. Sorry I got so crazy just then.
hey man, everybody needs their time, you know,
Yeah.
and this is ours.
I do feel like Post Malone's music is closer to something I'm more familiar with.
Well, he does have-
so I was able to better listen to it with a better mind,
Right.
A more tuned ear.
So do you think you'll give his new album a chance? Because he has said many times it's not what everybody's expecting. I think it's going to be not hip-hop, R&B, rap stuff.
I mean, yeah, I'll give.
I mean, I'm sure
I'll give it a chance.
I'm sure there'll be a few on there. But I think this is heavily kind of pushed towards a different genre.
Yeah.
And that, yeah, from what I can read in what interviews he said, like Beer Bongs and Bentleys is going to be more like, it's just going to be different. So I'm chill. We gave Childish Gambino a chance. We should probably, have you listened to his newest album?
Yes, I have.
We'll talk about that on a different podcast.
We'll talk about this some other time.
I need to revisit it because the first time I listened to it, I was like,
I listened to it a couple of times.
I listened to it like once, and I was like, eh. And then I listened to the same two songs off that album that everybody did, and I was like, these are fine, but they're repetitive. And so then I almost gave it, like, listened to it, the whole thing, and then I was like, that's going to take a lot of time, and I don't have that.
I listened to the whole thing at least twice, and I was just like, man, this is something.
It's different.
Yeah, it is different.
And to be fair, he did say, I'm into weird music.
Yes, he is.
And it's definitely weird.
It is there.
Anyways,
All right.
speaking of...
Sorry, this went a little long.
Speaking of places where things are, we are on YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, and iTunes podcast. Dude, it's
They
just...
kill me. I love
I have to
it.
think quickly.
I just
and-
love how like you're so set on doing it, and I'm like not. And so it's like we kind of do two different podcasts at the same time.
It's like a nice sense of chaos in a well-formulated...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I have to have some structure to it. And usually I'm like, I feel like as far as you and I go, I'm like the one that's like, I gotta have like structure and da 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 da.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I get here, I'm like, just like.
And then that's how I am in my real life. And then here I'm like, okay, so we're going to do this, and then this, and then we're going to backtrack to this, and then do this again, and then push-ups.
I'm
and,
like, we'll get there.
and you're like, so then I pulled my dick out. And I was just like,
Well.
okay.
Whoa. Take it easy there. Easy, Captain. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
We need to go to sleep.
Difficult, lemon, difficult.
Yeah.
That's what this
that
is.
still makes me laugh.
That's the
Every
funniest
time
thing.
I see it.
Have you seen that? If you have, post in the comments below. Leave a review and say, this is difficult, lemon, difficult to listen to. I know this is tonight, but that's not the point. Today. Whatever time and day you're listening to this on. It's so late at night.
Whenever you do this, on wherever you do this, leave some kind of feedback. Let us know what you think. For the love of God,
Yeah.
just do something.
Yeah.
Literally anything.
Even if you just type a period into a comment, just the period, like the end of the sentence without a sentence,
Perfectly fine with me.
just so we know like it's that you hear something.
Yep. And you can do that on YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, and iTunes Podcasts.
Oh yeah, all those places.
So for sure, the audio for this podcast will be available on Friday.
Yeah, that one's easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
If everything goes to plan, the video will also be up on Friday.
I say easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Though this past week we did have like a little weirdness in trying to.
I know exactly
audio.
what happened though.
Yeah, like
So-
I mean we got it figured out, but
So you can find us
It was
there
weird.
on all those places Friday for sure. YouTube hopefully Friday. If not,
if not by next week, we're gonna have it down to where it won't take us long at all to.
we'll get together and set a structured thing, as structured as can be, for an uploading schedule, and have that prepared by the next podcast for sure. 40% chance of that happening, possibly.
40% chance. Tell all your friends.
Yeah, tell people that you listen to two guys talk, and it's not that bad.
Yeah, and that you learn a lot about music.
And Elon Musk.
And Elon Musk for sure. Basically, the main thing is, even if the first 3/4 of the podcast, if you don't have anything to say to any of that, between the two of us, you're bound to have like some music in the music club.
True.
That you like.
Yeah, 'cause
or that you don't like.
We're two very ends of the spectrum, like different ends of the spectrum
Yeah.
when it comes to music. Like as far as what we recommend each other. When we're together, we kind of listen to similar things because I force you to. But
Right. Ideally, I would like for us to give the albums. So we give the album on here, and then we come back next week and we do the thing. And it'd be cool if you already know the album, or you listen to it with us and you leave your thoughts, and then we can read
kinda
them.
feed off
Read
that.
them in the music club section after we give our own input.
right. So would they leave the comment on this video then for that album?
Yeah, this one, SoundCloud.
Yeah.
I would say Google Play. I am not a Google person.
To be fair, I just use Castbox.
No.
Which, if you're an Android user, let me just say Castbox simplifies podcasts 100%. I'm not sponsored or anything. Of course not. You know that. But it honestly makes podcasts a hell of a lot easier for me. So, shout out to Castbox.
Easiest place would be the YouTube comments or
SoundCloud,
or tweet us.
Oh,
at
yeah.
Small Space Stuff.
We do have a Twitter, at Small Space Stuff.
Yeah.
At Small Space.
You got more than 140 characters now. You can type a novel in there.
Short novel.
A short novel. About an album review, a synopsis, your thoughts, your opinions.
280 characters?
I think they doubled it.
Would you say that's enough for... All right, we need to stop tangenting because I am tired and it is late.
Yeah, and
We've
this
already
is
been
I think this
talking-
is now the longest one we've
This
had.
has been the longest one.
The first
for
one
about 8 minutes.
No.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna check it, but then that would be that much more time that would be on the podcast.
Right, so we'll just end it here.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, even though we can't see you. It's good to see
Yeah.
you.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I hope it's good for you to see us.
Have you been here the whole time?
Barely.
Wow.
I'm barely here.
We should go.
We should.
We should. All right. Adios, amigos.
Have a good night.
You too. Good night.